Happy birthday, ADA. Happy birthday to you. And Jason.
Our hats are off. This is the 15th anniversary of a very important event in this nation and really in the world. All of us have made the commitment that all places would be as accessible as possible to all the people of the United States and the world.
I knew that ADA was the Americans with Disabilities Act, but I couldn't tell you what that actually entailed.
We're going to be going down 750 feet. That's equivalent to a 75-story building.
Yeah, obviously, you can't not know about it. Anytime you go to a parking lot, there's parking spaces up front, and nobody's ever in them. And you think, well, I can park there. And now, anytime I see somebody doing that, I want to go slash their tires.
Come on in, folks, all the way in.
Back when I was injured, there weren't many examples of accommodation. Those designated parking places, those curb cuts, those ramps didn't exist. Those addressed publicly funded programs. ADA, on the other hand, took it the next step.
In the past, it's been an issue of race, but I mean, now it's more an issue of practicality. It doesn't seem fair that because you're in a wheelchair, you can't go into this certain place.
It makes me mad because it's not fair. But we had to use our wheels as our legs, so they might as well have a ramp for everywhere people go, because I might go places that people think I might not go. And like, it's really important for me to go there.
It approached disability as a civil rights issue. I mean, that's why ADA is important. It approached disability as a civil rights issue, and it said, allow me to get down into the canyons. You know, don't deny me the opportunity to do it differently where I can do it differently.
Darius is 15 now and still celebrating life every day, celebrating ADA as well today. And I just want to tell everyone how accessible this place is. We're walking through the pass, and not only are there just this very intricate ramping system inside here, there's actually options. There's places where you can turn left or turn right. Darius considers himself a spelunker now. But the fact that a cave like this, as ancient as these walls are, can be wheelchair accessible, then a building that we build from scratch where we have control of every rock and every nail and every board can certainly be ADA compliant without too much extra effort.
My earlier years, it was a movie theater, but the movie theater was down steps.
When Mark Johnson told me a story about an inaccessible movie theater, two ideas or questions really stood out profoundly with me.
And we went over there and they said, can you get out of your chairs? No. Well, did you bring anybody and carry you down? We said, no.
We live in a world where Darius might not be able to get into the movie theater to see his own movie. Mark and his friends struggled to create change.
You know, we interacted, you know, through phone conversations and letter writing, and they eventually promised to do it. But they didn't do it.
We were essentially trying to use MTV to create change. And we were writing them letters, and it wasn't working. Making phone calls, and it wasn't working. What fascinated me about Mark's story was that they made it work.
And so what became obvious is, you know what, we need to take this to the public now. Called the media, and a bunch of us went down to the movie theater, and we took over the ticket booth. If there's a policy or a law out there that can't get changed, you know, sometimes you have to confront it in a very public, obvious way.
Is there any other message you want to send out or say? Or?
Well, our trip started out originally with the North Star to get Darius's wheelchair pimped on MTV's Pimp My Ride. His goal is to really just be a hero to a huge audience and bring mainstream attention to muscular dystrophy by borrowing that mainstream attention that Pimp My Ride has. So perhaps we have some other surprises up our sleeve. We'll see.
All right, that's all I need.
So the question became, can we use the press to increase our chances of getting on Pimp My Ride? And admittedly, that's not the noblest of tactics, but sometimes the ends justify the means.